together now, yeah. Cause we warriors, yeah. Cause we warriors. Yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, let's go, raise up, that's right, run with it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, cause we warriors. Yeah, cause we warriors. Yeah, let's go, let's up, one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on. Yeah, let's go, let's up, one time.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে PowerUp সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে দুটি প্রাইজ পুল সহ দুটি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are doing wonderful back there. And we are going to be bringing you ESPL Bangladesh Valorant PowerUp Series for Amateur Cup upper bracket grand finals. And as you can see, and as you have heard from the title, it's actually going to be a matchup between LRX White and SSSami and FriendZ. I'm your host, Christian. Joining me is going to be my buddy, Kirito. How are you, Kirito?
I'm doing great. I'm doing even better now, Krishna, knowing that SSSami and LRXY, two big teams, are taking on each other in these upper bracket finals. And I could not be any more ready for this match to start up. And as we know, we do have a best of 3 lined up for you, ladies and gentlemen. The first map being Bind, picked by SSSami and FriendZ. They will be attacking, and LRXY, they have chosen to defend in that first half. And going to the second map will be Ascent, where LRXY have decided to attack, and SSSami are going to be defending. And the decider map, the infamous map Icebox, we're going to be going into that, and LRX will be attacking there if we have to go there. So yeah, we got a thrilling night set up for you, ladies and gentlemen. Just get your snacks, get ready, call your friends, share the stream, and just get on. Let's just enjoy this epic battle that's about to go down. So Cresta, how are you feeling about this match?
Well, personally, I believe this match has a lot of new things to offer, because considering we're seeing many new faces from both of the sides, and actually we can understand that we are having so many rising talents in the region, and not to mention SSSami here, who is actually undoubtedly one of the best players of the region. We didn't see him playing ESPL Bangladesh in the previous seasons, but as he is here with his friends, I wonder how the team chemistry is. And this is actually gonna be very interesting for us as well, because yeah, he is playing with his friends. That's one. And LRX White, on the other hand, has also gone through some roster changes, as I can see. So I really want to know which team has a better chemistry, because I understand both of these teams has at least a minimum amount of new chemistry here, because they will have to understand how their opponents play, how they each other play. I'm pretty sure they know each other, and they know how the teammates at least play. So coordination wise, they shouldn't have too much problem, but when they're fighting against their opponents, this is gonna be a very unpredictable one. Speaking of unpredictability, we did go through some chats before the match went online. Well, not gonna lie, from our casters, and we actually thought the team who's gonna take the first map, that same team may also take the second one. Well, they can also prove us wrong, but this is something which is going to be $1 billion question for us, and we're surely going to get answered.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough question to answer who's gonna win this, or at least who's gonna take the first map, because we do know a couple of players from both teams, SSSami and Fat Hipster. I've seen them play before in other tournaments, and I know that they're really consistent players, really good at fragging. And I've seen players from LRX White like Ronin and Mr. Red and Adu play. They are also very aggressive. So both teams are good at attacking by nature, in my opinion. So, and the sheer factor of unpredictability is really gonna make things tough for us to actually have a proper prediction and who's gonna possibly win, at least even the first map. So we're gonna have to take the first few rounds of the first map as like observation to figure out how these teams play and what they tend to do to actually even be remotely close to have a constructive opinion on how this thing is gonna go down. But we will be starting this match in a few seconds in the map of Bind, and right now, so I mean, we aren't able to predict, but we can surely guess, even if it's like a shot in the dark. We are gonna guess. So, Crystal, who's gonna take the first map? I know you don't like to decide, but
Well, that's actually gonna be a leap of faith for me, brother, because trust me, in this situation, yeah, we know in the comment section we're gonna have a lot of supporters for SSSami because he is undoubtedly a star, a wunderkind of the country. So we're obviously gonna see some fans right there, but do know LRX White has been seen very strong in the previous day. According to their elder brother LRX Esports, they have learned a lot because we have seen them playing ESPL even against LRX versus LRX. So it's gonna be really hard for us to even predict, or as I mentioned, it's gonna be a leap of faith for both of us to understand or to guess which team it is gonna be to take the honor. But either way, we're surely gonna get answered. And speaking of answers, here is the first map. As you mentioned, Kirito, this is gonna be Bind, and we're actually seeing so many rays on the side of the attackers. But I think this is not gonna be a full-on race there. I believe they're just joking around because we see 5 raises on there. Obviously, we're not gonna see 5 raises because they're just hovering their mouse above that agent. But I presume they're just trying to make some fun out of it. But on the side of LRX, we're actually gonna be seeing Red going for raise, Adu going for Sova, Edge going for excuse me, there. Omen, Yushki, nice IGN by the way. But taking Reina and Ronin going for the Sentinel Killjoy. So that's a bit more standard setup coming from their end. But I'm really wondering what is gonna come from the side of SSSami and friends. I'm not gonna be surprised if I see them going for just random clicks in the last 10 seconds because they're still not choosing anything because they're just showing that okay, we're actually going for raises here. So if we see I mean it's not possible, ladies and gentlemen, but if we see 5 raises and if we happen to see the raise players all together saying, "Here comes the party," I know it's obviously
that's gonna be a nightmare.
That's gonna be a nightmare, and I know my reference is obviously worse than a nightmare, but in the end, we're actually gonna be seeing the players from SSSami and friends going for their locks. So we're gonna be seeing a lock of Phoenix, Sage, Raze, Brimstone, and Cypher in respective order: Fat Hipster, Ayman, SSSami, Duke, and Fragu.
So yeah, those are pretty basic lineups coming from both sides. We do have Sentinels and Smokers, a couple of Duelists, and a Cypher for both sides. Actually, Cypher and Killjoy, which are basically the counterparts of each other. Both of them are good Sentinels holding sights on their own, watching the flanks. That is the basic meta of the use of these agents. So it's gonna be interesting to find out who's gonna use their own Sentinel properly. Like Ronin and Fragu, both of them playing the Cypher and Killjoy. So who's gonna, be able to come up with the better usage of their own Sentinel? And that being that LRX in the defense, Ronin, he's going to have to prove himself first, considering that Killjoy is a really good defensive agent, especially going to the side of B, where, his placement of alarm bots and swarm nades can be really creative since there's a lot of open space and a lot of entryways for the attacking side to come in. It's going to be interesting to find out how he plays that, but so far he's not going to be seeing any action anytime soon because the bulk of the forces of SSSami and friends are heading towards A short. The Fat Hipster and SSSami leading the charge. Both of them have, one of them has a classic and one of them has a ghost. We can see Fat Hipster with the Phoenix trying to peek, but smokes are already down. Duke gets the first frag onto LRX Edge in showers, but there is another player creeping up there. It's Mr. Red. Is he gonna figure out that Duke is hiding? What is Duke?
Oh no!
What just happened? From behind, he gets a frag, but Duke was looking at the sky, but the traits are down. Oh, he was going for a molly. Interesting. None of the
Right
players
here.
saw each other there, but it
Out
is a
of charges.
3v5, 3v4, my bad post plan scenario. Fat Hipster was taken down, and LRX players trying to take control of the side, trying to go for a bomb defuse. It's gonna be really hard considering there is a man disadvantage, and Duke with the molly lineups. The Cypher Cage has been used to tag the player Adu, and the fight is going down now. SSSami in fact getting a frag. He does get a trade before that, but Adu with 2 frags. It's all on to frag. The molly is down. He's gonna have to stick it, but he doesn't need to do anything. It was Duke with the frag, using his molly. The lineups worked in the end, and the first round goes in favor of SSSami and friends.
Well, the previous round was pretty funny to say the least because Duke was actually focusing on the flight lessons. He was, I don't know if Duke or should I say Brimstone happened to be a pilot in the days. I mean, he is an old dog now, but still, if he was, and he was looking at the sky, trying to position and line up the molly, but well, you guys saw it on the stream, so let's not talk about it. But in the end, for some reason, or should I say that as the clock was ticking down, the Sova couldn't do much. He just accepted his fate as he walked down the molly as he fell. But do note, ladies and gentlemen, what breaks my heart here is we're not seeing any Jet players here. So I really wonder how they're going to be going for the revives because, come on, we all know that. But in the end, we're going to be seeing SSSami getting an opener on through the smoke, and there is no potential reflex coming in yet. So that is the entry they were looking for, and SSSami and friends being so aggressive they have been so far, I believe they're not going to be stopping. They are trying to fake A and looks like they're going to be going for B instead, but presumably we're actually seeing the defenders pretty much confident it is going to be an execution, even though on B we're staying fair share of players also holding their angles. Well, Ronin and Yuski will have to do a lot here because they do have the information. They don't have the information yet, but they're surely gonna get that. While we're gonna be seeing Reina going for the side of lab, Ayman is gonna find a kill onto Ronin, and now that is gonna be the confirmation. It is gonna be a B execution. Yuski will have to play it a bit passively because this is an eco round, so they can try to risk it, but they will have to win the fights as well because when you are on an eco round as a defender, you will have to try to get as you can, but looks like on the side of the defenders, nothing is happening like that. Adu is gonna find himself in a 1v5 with a frenzy in hand, and now is he gonna be able to find the kills he's looking for? If he's going for yeah, he is going for elbow, but elbow is walled off, so he's not gonna find any luck there unless the wall comes down. But no, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a long time. Adu will have to go back and roll back. He may find a kill on the Cypher, but the Cypher, oh no, Cypher.
But they doesn't spot him.
That's a sad life, and in the end, Frag is gonna spot him out, and there is the teabagging bear teabagging. There you have it. A flawless time to add up to the side of SSSami and friends. A very solid start. Excuse me, right there. A very solid start, but this is just the pistol rounds off the board. So now we're gonna be heading into the buy rounds.
I mean, it definitely. I was pretty confident that SSSami are gonna be taking the round, considering they won the first pistol round. So they did have the weapons advantage, but now this is their bonus round. They have those old Spectres from the first round, and LRX White are going to be able to go for full buys, all rifles in their hands. Ronin, the only one with half armor. I'm not sure if it's going to matter that much, but this is the round where they can possibly take the lead and take the advantage in their favor. So a lot of ask coming in from them. If they fail this, then they're going to have to go in eco for the next round too. So they really need to win this, and an aggressive play coming from Edge and Mr. Red over there. They already crossed showers, but SSSami are in this A short position, but Fat Hipster is gonna peek and find Mr. Red, but he's not gonna find the kill. Fat Hipster finds the opener, and they're gonna fall back. They know they have one frag, and they don't need to overextend anymore. They're gonna go all the way back to the side, and now SSSami and friends are in a little bit of a frenzy to find out that what happened. They're trying to exchange weapons, trying to micromanage everything. And it is a 4v5 for them, so now I have to come up with a counter plan of how to play this with a one-man disadvantage and a lacking of a fragger. And they are still holding in this A short. I mean, they are trying to maybe fake a rotation, but the smokes coming in will indicate that the side is the side of A. So Recon's gonna come in. It will spot Ayman, and Adu through the smoke gets the frag onto him. It's a 3v5. The first round possibly going in favor of LRX, but a TP coming in from the man Fragyu. He does have the bomb, but he's rotating back. I think that was a mistake, maybe. But he will be reunited with his teammate Yu. And Sami getting the first frag for his team against Edge. He's only 4 HP though. One frag away from a nade. That could be huge. But oh, Adu finding a frag on the frag. Sami with 4 HP gets Mr. Red. Possible second frag, but Adu finishes things off. And a 4th kill. What an exceptional performance coming in from him. He clears up the round.
Well, Adu did pick up a 4K right there, and aside that, being the Sova player, as he solely relies on information, he got the information as he dropped the spike while the Sage was trying to go for the plan, while he was, at least he thought so, that he had the cover. But I must admit, Adu being there, and as he was able to read his opponent very clearly, he found a round, and that's actually a confidence LRX needed. And well, considering they only have one round of a gap here, they are obviously gonna have a lot of pressure here because they can use it, and let's see if they can. For the side of LRX though, I see Mr. Red is not buying anything, so I believe he's gonna go for the ultimate, but do note he's not a jet player. He can use the fuse stopper, the showstopper, but it's not gonna work like that. But either way, we're gonna be seeing a full buy run from both of the sides, aside Mr. Red going for the frenzy here. So that's kind of a bummer, but still, let's see how it's gonna be. We're gonna be seeing Reina inside of Garden, and Reina's gonna find the opener, almost the second one, as the Sage is gonna be picking the killjoy as well. That's a double pick, and Sami is gonna blow away Ronin as he is gonna be down in the grave, and we're gonna be finding Sami in a second frag as he's gonna recover the spike and rotate all the way back to A, as there's no potential threats to go for. He is gonna go for the grenade either way just for the safety, and now he's gonna be opting to go for the plan because there's nobody to be found as we speak. There is Cypher who is gonna be reuniting with him, and there is the 100 streak coming in, and suddenly the 100 streak, okay, actually it just got bugged because I thought it got cancelled, but no, it's not. We're gonna be seeing the 100 streak not being successful because none of the players are gonna take any damage, let alone the information. So being 2v2, this is still winnable for the side of LRX, but they will have to be very vigilant. Sami is going to be holding on to the angle of Heaven, but there is the push coming from the side of U-Haul, and I'm really wondering where the push is going to be coming in. Edge is going to find one. Sami is slightly low on HP, but he's going to find the kill. Can he find the second? Sami is extremely low, and that doesn't matter. SSSami is going to find the clutch of 4K, and there's assault from the side of Sami. 1, 2, 3, and the equalization is going to be denied as SSSami and friends keep the lead in their favor. 3-1 in favor of them.
SSSami clutching that round up for his friends, and not only that, he basically anchored his whole team there. He got the frags on A-Long, the 2 frags onto Yuski and Ronin, and also teleported all the way to A to put the bomb down, making some room for his team to set up for a post-ban scenario. And in the end, getting those last 2 frags, clutching the thing out. So a lot of mad props to him for being able to do that. But I think his team really needs to step up their performance a little bit, because I don't want a player of the caliber of SSSami to be, sort of be held behind because of his teammates, but they might need some time to actually adjust into the flow of the game right now. We do see decent performance from Duke and Fraggy right now. Fat Hipster, I know him as a really aggressive player playing the Phoenix, so hopefully he will be able to adjust back into his usual self in a little bit right now. We do see a lot of focus towards this A site from SSSami again, but Mr. Red with the operator, he's denying any entry right now, even throwing a nade into A shot as he's smoked off to stop anybody from entering immediately. We do see a player in showers. It is SSSami, the man himself, playing the Raze. He has a satchel. A lot of information already given away for his attacking side right now. Holding there for a while. 40 seconds left on the clock. They have time for rotation, which they are doing. But the players from LRX White are still holding Yuski and Ronin, double peeking towards this side of B long. But the alarm bot's going to give the information that somebody's there. Frag you. He almost gets a frag on Ronin, but Ronin gets a clean headshot. But the teleport coming in from the side of SSSami and friends. They're going to try and push through this hookah. The swarm nades are opened up from the side of Ronin. That's going to deny the entry anytime quick. And
one enemy remaining.
The ultimate coming from Duke. That's going to cause the players to fall out of that side.
Oh!
Before I even realize what's happening, Mr. Red gets a 3K with his operator and clears the postman somehow. I don't know what happened there.
Well, trust me, we all have some questions here, but from the side of LRX, they just read how their opponents are gonna be playing it, and they just adapted time to time, and they did not show any flaws, because we do see a flawless run from their end. But aside that, Sami and friends did go for a very bold B push, and from the side of LRX, they did expect that, and they actually rotated so fast that SSSami and friends just could not react to that. And as you mentioned, that SSSami is a very high caliber player, and do know this is SSSami and friends, so this is just a team they're having fun with. So that's why we're actually seeing some communication gaps, not a communication gap, but a skill gap, to say the least. That's why I guess they're struggling a bit, because we see LRX's communication being a bit more solid. Because yes, we still see SSSami and friends on the lead, but do not. One of them was SSSami going for the clutch, but for now SSSami is not going to go for the clutch because he was the entry Sova found, and Edge is going to find the secondary kill he was looking for, and looks like they're going to be able to find more because they still see Nico around, and we're going to be seeing Miss Ayman in a 1v4. He is going to recover a gun, but is he going to be able to find the kills? Because he's flash, he can't do much, and once again this is going to be a very fast execution from the side of SSSami, but it's gonna be a very fast retake from the not a retake but a reaction from the side of LRX, as they will be able to equalize it in favor of none. Oh well, the game itself is fired up, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely, that was a quick round. I mean, SSSami were in eco, so a really fast push would have been the best choice. But you know, LRX White, the entry denial, the plan denial, should I say, was absolutely perfect there. You know, the information from Sova, the pushing through the smoke and the cipher cages, the timing was better. Although Ayman did find a kill there, but it didn't really matter in the end. He was in a 1v4, so the side take wasn't gonna go in his favor. As we see this time, things are different. The force light coming in from SSSami and friends. As the side take is done, Fat Hipster doing the entry with his runner back, and LR's Edge with an aggressive pick to U-Haul, but taken out by Duke. And it is gonna be a post plant for the side of LRX White. The bomb plant has been done in the side of A short. LRX Ado outside this wall, trying to figure out a plan. How to retake the side. He does find the frag onto SSSami himself, 30 HP left on him, but there is a lurker, Fragyu, in the side of the towers. We see Yuski with his Empress getting one frag, Fraggy with a trade from Showers onto Adu. It's a 3v3 right now, intense situation for both sides. But the time is running out, they need to go for the diffuse right now. LRX Ronin can find a frag onto Ayman, but Duke with the lineups and a frag onto Ronin. He is the only man left on the side of LRX. He gets a 3k. It's a 1v1, very low time left. It's all onto Mr. the operator. He's gonna hold the bomb, holds on fake, but Duke, who was low in HP, gets the 4k. And Duke really putting in work for his team, ensuring the victory that round.
Absolutely, and on top of that, that was a very well played and aggressive round from the side of SSSami and friends, and I believe from the side of LRX White, they are actually gonna expect some very aggressive guess in their objectives, because so far it has been the case, because SSSami and friends, they're pushing fast and they're pushing boldly. They are actually showing the aggression, and the aggression has been very, very favorable for them for the time being. Well, pretty good so far. They will have to hold on to that, and I really believe they will be able to do so. Because yeah, on the previous round we did see both of the teams having a man advantage of 1-1, but in the end, as the Dre's had no choice and he had an operator, he just had to commit to it as the spike was half diffused. But in the end, this operator is lost, and now this is gonna be an economic downturn from the side of LRX. But still, we're gonna be seeing Red going for the operator, and in the end, SSSami is gonna be the first casualty here on the side of SSSami and friends. And now LRX should have a good amount of breathing zone, because he was the high value target from the very beginning of the match. So Harrister is going to be positioning himself on top of the hut, and now he's going to go for the angles, and there is a defender killjoy coming in as the spike going to go down. There is so many pressure being put on the elbow side, but now attackers will have to fall back as the spike has gone down. This can be used by the defenders actually, for the denial, and Sami is going to get detained. That's so unfortunate to say the least. And while we're going to be added, we're going to be seeing Red having his ultimate, but he's going to miss the rocket. Harrister is gonna find a kill on Roni, and there's the kills coming in from both sides, and Abdul's gonna find a kill with the shock dart, but suddenly the manpower is in favor of the side of SSSami and friends. And there's the orbital strike coming in, and looks like the orbital strike is not gonna do much here. Mr. Red will have to do so much to go for the deny, and he's gonna drop the operator, but now there's not much time left to do so, and we're gonna be seeing a spike going to a point of no return. The time has been burned successfully from the side of SSSami and friends. A very fast execution, which made me blabber on the mic as I lost my tongue. My oh my, SSSami and friends is gonna hold on to their lead, 5-3 in favor of them. LRX will have to do so much, and they will have to predict more from the side of SSSami and friends, because killing SSSami is not gonna cut it, because previous round they did that, but still the remaining 4 players got him done.
Twice, to be more specific. They killed him twice.
Actually, that's a Jet dialogue that come on, get their healer. Is super annoying to kill someone twice. Back to you.
Yes, it actually did become really annoying, because they did lose that round, and what an eventful round that was. A lot going on in the side of B. As soon as the bomb plan went down, the retake was already in the way. So LRX, I think both LRX teams, LRX Esports and LRX White, as a whole are really aggressive, and right now their aggression is really working in the post-plan scenarios. But I think they need to play a little bit more passively while doing the entry denial. You know, not necessarily denying the planting of the bomb, but at least taking down a player or two, like they did right now, taking down Fat Hipster Edge with a frag. But they're giving away frags too. Ayman and Adu finding two of their own. Adu and Mr. Red are down, the top fraggers for the team. Edge though finding a second frag, equalizing thing. SSSami gets the trade finally. It's an intense trade match coming in. 2v3 right now as the bomb plan is gonna go down at the hands of the man himself, but Fragyu getting the final frag onto Yusuke. It's all onto Ronin. He's gonna go to the cage. Sees Fragyu but doesn't get the shot. He was switching his weapons there, and Fragyu just caught him at the right time. And there was a really fast execution coming in from SSSami. They got those trades in, which are key for his team right now to keep the man advantage. And 3-6 the score right now. They are in the lead and looking strong.
100%. And from the side of SSSami and friends, I really love the way they adapt to the situation, because we did see them losing the manpower pretty early, because I do see from the side of LRX they're getting the entries they're looking for. But even after that, we see SSSami and friends not losing their courage, and they're actually being so brave. They're actually adapting that, okay, we lost our player. Even if it's SSSami, we don't care. We're just gonna turn it around, and they happen to win the rounds anyway. And for now, we're gonna be seeing SSSami having a pretty solid read onto the Omen and the Reyna. And he's not gonna get the kill though, but looks like he doesn't know the surprise is coming in, and he is gonna evade that successfully. But I think he will get the kill as well as he was looking for. He's gonna pick up a double, but Edge is gonna get a refrag, but it doesn't matter because the manpower is in. Actually, it's not in. Yeah, now it's in favor from the in favor of SSSami and friends. Fragyu is gonna find a kill, and what is actually happening? That's actually $1 billion question. But in the end, we're gonna be seeing the plan going down because the round itself is being executed so fast. It's even hard for us to keep up. Either way, there is the plan going down, and it's gonna be a post-plan situation. Mr. Red can do a play here because he is pushing from a very unexpected angle. And speaking of unexpectancy, it is gonna be expected by Ayman at least. Adu's gonna find one kill onto Duke with the Sheriff in hand. You have to find two more. Do know the Cypher is low on HP, but Ayman most likely is gonna be healing him any second. Now there's a camera in position which is gonna reveal the location, and now pretty much everybody knows where Adu is. And as I mentioned, Fragyu is gonna get healed, and his HP was 69, and now he's gonna get tagged once again. And now we're gonna be seeing the spray coming in. Adu's gonna find one. Is he gonna be able to find the second one? But I don't know if he has time or not. He's gonna go on the spray, but no, he's not gonna find the kill. Nice try by the Sova. It was a very heartbreaking defeat. It was an eco round from the side of LRX, but in the end, it is gonna be a lead from the side of SSSami and friends, 7-3 in favor of SSSami and friends.
I mean, LRX were looking really strong in the round, holding that A side with 4 players, with 3 players, at least 3 players were in hookah. They had a good setup there, despite SSSami's nade. They could have held that and gotten a crossfire kill there. But I think Ronin with a shotgun pushing in and overextending wasn't the best idea. I mean, if he got killed there, 1 frag, no big deal, but he also took down one of his friends. I think it was Yusuke who got taken out too. But things are looking different this round as Fat Hipster finds an initial frag onto the man, sorry, not Fat Hipster, Mr. Red finds a frag with the operator onto Fat Hipster. The duelist is down for the side of SSSami, and right now they are trying to go for the A side yet by the loss. I think a revive is coming in. Yes, Ayman's gonna bring back Fat Hipster as the wall is being broken, but he doesn't get taken out. He does lose a bunch of his HP though. The heal is coming in, and right now they're gonna try and rotate for the side of B. I think LRX might do read that because we see Edge trying to go to the side of B. I think he's gonna use his ult to play for information, and that he is. He will be spotted out by SSSami, and the information is there. But oh, Fat Hipster, he's gonna pull off the run it back outside A. I think they're trying to sell this fake right now, but wow, Mr. Red not allowing any entry with that operator. They're giving them no space, but oh, what a headshot from Fat Hipster, absolutely destroying Mr. Red. The site is there, but Adu getting a trade onto Ayman. It's a 4v3, and ult coming in play by SSSami, not finding anything. And the plant is gonna go down in the side of A. Retake for LRX. Try to hold on to whatever they have right now. Try to get it back in this lead. This is a buy round for them. A lot is being asked from them. Adu getting the first frag on Fat Hipster. 4v2. SSSami and Duke, the top fraggers. But oh no, what are you doing? You should just be running. Sami, he's going mad. 3 kills for him, but LRX keeps getting him.
Do not hunt the hunter.
What is happening in this round?
Last round before the switch.
Adu is undoubtedly a boogeyman as he went for the ninja. This is like, I'm not gonna go for anything. I'm just gonna stick with it. And he got the defusal as Sami was way too distracted, butchering around the other players on the side of Alex and painting the wall with their blood. But in the end, nicely done by Adu as he opted to go for the round instead of the kill. So yep, he is gonna find the clutch he was looking for. So 4-7 is gonna be the scoreline. This is gonna bring us to the last round before the swap. But you know what breaks my heart? It is actually from the side of Mr. Red because he killed the Phoenix once and then he was revived and then he went on the run it back. He cancelled the run it back and then he got killed by the Phoenix. So basically he killed Phoenix twice to get killed once again. That's really heartbreaking and funny, I know, but still in the end we're gonna be seeing LRX able to find 2 kills here. But there's the equalizer from the side of Sami as he's gonna find his counterpart, and now it's gonna be 3v3 with Sami being carrying the spike here. I think things are gonna go down as well as there is the neural theft coming in as well. They have the confirmation there is nobody to be found in A as they are gonna go for the plan without any problems. Fraggy on the other hand is gonna go for the wires here for the information, and now he's gonna put every single trap he can potentially put on, and Ronin can be up for a surprise, but looks like this is gonna be harder for the side of LRX because they're actually keeping the fights here. We're gonna be seeing Tuski going for 1 kill. Now he can go for the ultimate because this is now or never for him. At least after this round, they're not gonna be able to save anything. So I think she heard me, and that's why he is gonna be going for that. And now he will have to find 2 kills. Finding the 2 kills with the Reyna ultimate is gonna be fairly doable, but still I wonder if he has the information. I believe not. He's gonna swat up the spike and he may go for the bait, and he does go for the bait, but I don't think any of the players are gonna be going for that. There is Sami who's gonna be walking from behind, and there is the denial coming, and there is the satchel coming in. Sami's gonna go down. Do you know where it is coming from? No! There's no time, and in the end, Tuski will have to run away. But do know that it was the last one, so he couldn't have saved any guns anyway. 8-4 is gonna be the scoreline. Oh my, the halftime. Yeah, it was so heated up. It was so full of questions, but in the end, we do have some more answers. But the decision is not gonna be made yet. 8-4 is the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. But I believe LRX White can still bring it back, and as we're at it, we're gonna be heading into a pause timer from the side of SSSami and friends.
Yeah, I did see LRX play a little aggressively there. We do see players like Mr. Red and Yuski Ronin. They were really held aggressive positions, aggressive stances, which were pushed away from the side of attacking from SSSami. But right now, in being in the attacking half, this is their chance to come back from this and come back and equalize things. So the first initial pistol round is going to be exceptionally crucial for them because that will set them for the advantage, possibly even giving them 2 rounds, going for the weapons advantage in the second round if they win the first one. So a big ask coming in from them and a lot riding on this, since this is the upper bracket finals. Winner will be going to the grand final, so they don't want to risk anything at all. They want to play it the best they can and use their usual aggressive play style to hopefully take down a strong, dominant SSSami right now.
Indeed, and speaking of SSSami, as I mentioned, a lot of eyes are gonna be looking for him actually, and as we go to the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, we can actually see why this boy, this mad lad, has 17 kills on his name. Somebody put a bounty on him, because if you are not killing him, you may not have any chances of, even though we did see without SSSami, Team SSSami and friends actually got some round victories. So let's see how it's gonna be as we are gonna be heading into the second pistol round of the game, and there is a grenade coming in from the side of SSSami. A very well read strategy, but it's not gonna connect, unfortunately. But I believe this is gonna be a very aggressive B execution, because there is a smokes in play, there is a mollies in play, and Mr. Red is gonna find himself inside of the objective, and any second now the spike is gonna be going down. But the Omen is gonna be taking some time to go for the plant, and now he's gonna be sitting for the plant, and there is there's so much action happening here. Yuski just is gonna find the frag onto frag. And now, I think SSSami and Fatista is going to be going for elbow, because there is a potential push coming at that direction. But it looks like from the side of Mr. Red, he's also looking for more. He's going to find a kill on the Iman. Look at the gunfights, ladies and gentlemen. They are actually going for so many shots, and Mr. LRX Red is absolutely on a rampage, as he's going to pick up a 3k right there, and followed up by Ronin and Yuski. That is going to be a pretty solid pistol round from the side of LRX. They are going to take the second pistol round, which will give them some breathing zone in order to bring it back, because if they happen to lose that pistol round, it could have been slightly fatal, because they would have allowed their opponents to go for double digits, and once you are on the double digits, it's actually going to be a dream so far away. So for now, LRX will be able to deny that, but still it's a lead in favor of SSSami and friends.
Yeah, that was the aggressive playstyle I was talking about from LRXY. We did see the entry was so aggressive coming in from them, and basically the defense side of SSSami, they fell back seeing that aggression. They were like, okay, we can't take this on right now. Let's just play the retake. And after the bomb plant was done, the postman scenario was solved. We did see the one by one the frags were trickling down for the side of LRX5, and they got them easy kills to ensure the victory. But right now we can see aggressive play coming in from the side of SSSami, trying to flank from them. They did push the side of A, but that is not where the LRX White were. And right now the flank isn't working in their favor. It's a 4v2. The bomb plant is gonna go down in the side of B. Fraggy trying to push the smoke to find something, but Edge gets the easy kill onto him. And it's all onto the man himself, SSSami, with a classic. He's bunny hopping away. He does pick up a Spectre. Better than a classic right now. He's 63 HP. This would be a 4k clutch for him. He does use a satchel to get into the side, but no chance the crossfire is set up for him. Mr. Red getting the frag. Raised diff, if I might say. But SSSami does have more kills than him. I don't know if that matters, but as a duelist, I think it should, be a really big factor. Yeah.
Indeed. Well, it does count, but do know, ladies and gentlemen, the previous run was an eco run from the side of SSSami and friends, and they actually stacked up on the B main, and they actually forced all together as they just went for the flank. But do know the KJ or the Killjoy was ready for that as he got a 2k, but SSSami was there to refrag him. But as two players were already lost, they couldn't do much. But in the end, that was a very well played round from the side of LRX as they were ready about it. So I believe they're going to be able to hold on to that as well, because even after that, we're seeing SSSami and friends being in the driver's seat. SSSami is going to narrowly evade the grenades, but will take some damage. It's just a boo-boo, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Edge, on the other hand, is going to take a lot of damage from somewhere. So this is actually gonna be a bit more strategic push, as we can see this time around. We're not seeing any aggressive rushes. Considering this is the full buy run from the side of SSSami and friends, LRX is still going for some of the bonus guns here, because we see 4 SMGs and 1 assault rifle in the hand of Mr. Red. So I believe they're just gonna go for a rotation, or they may just push in very aggressively by making all hell break loose. But SSSami is gonna have the information of the Omen as there's a paranoia coming, which is not gonna heal, which is not gonna blind him. So that is gonna be a problem. But still, LRX is not pushing very boldly. They're actually using a lot of utilities. They'll have to make it count, because utilities are not cheap, or at least they don't come in cheap. I mean, they are cheap compared to the game's economy, but still, in a round, you will have to make it count. If you're not making it count, your utilities are not gonna be recharging. So it's gonna be a factor from the side of LRX. They'll have to keep in mind, and either way they're gonna be able to go for the entry, and they're gonna find the objective pretty much clear, so they can go for the plan. But there is the wires in play, which is gonna be hidden, but eventually it's gonna be taken. Ronin is gonna stick for the plan with 8 seconds left on the clock, so there's a very slow execution. But in the Duke and Hadithra and Sami is gonna find 3 kills for their team. But in the meantime, LRX is also gonna pick up 2 kills, and it's gonna be a 2v3 situation. Sami is gonna pick up 1 more, and it's all up to Mr. Red now. He is the only player who had the assault rifle, and I believe he can do something here. He's gonna find 1, but not the second. SSSami is gonna blow him away with the pain grenade, and that is how we're gonna be seeing. Wait, where's the spike? Question mark. Are they looking for the spike? Oh yeah, there you go. I think they are. Oh, they actually defused it halfway. Well, that's actually sharing and caring from their end, and that's gonna put us to a scoreline of 6-9. And you're not gonna be able to stop me. 6-9, 69. Nice.
6-9, yeah, definitely a nice thing to see in a matchup like this. But we did see really good retake coming from SSSami. As soon as the bomb plant went down, the Cypher utility was still provided them some cover going into the site, and they immediately took down all the players there. We did talk about communication gap, but I think the chemistry there was really good. They did get all the frags on the players who were in the site. LRX, they did make a good call on the rotation, but I think it was just a tad bit late. They should have gotten the information that 4 players were in A. So a quick rotation would have been the perfect call for them to get the bomb plant down and have a good post-plant scenario. But they are going to be going for this side of B again, as the Sage Wall coming from Iwan is going to go down. SSSami with a big nade, but Iman getting the frag onto Mr. Red. The 4v3 in favor of his Sami and friends. Make that a 3v5. I didn't mean to say 4 there, but it's now a 2v5. SSSami popping off, getting a bunch of frags there. And the teleporter coming in from Tarek. So now a lot of pressure on the players from LRX. All onto Yushki Chushki. He does need 1 more frag for the Empress, and that could be a key factor in this clutch scenario. SSSami lurking from behind, and he gets the frag as he provides some more damage Frag is the one actually gets it, and SSSami does provide some assistance, getting some bullets in there too. So the round will go in favor of SSSami. An aggressive play coming in on this B long position, taking care of a couple of players immediately. And also with good use of utility, the nades and the boombots actually denied more entry there. So 6-10 the score, SSSami in the lead. LRX White 4 rounds behind.
Well, that is true. And aside that, you mentioned about the team chemistry, and yeah, LRX is still pretty solid with the team chemistry. But about the utility usage, I must admit that from the side of SSSami and friends, their utility usage is really uncomparable because they're actually being very, very careful with that usage. They're not wasting anything here. They're just using it for the information, and they're actually using it successfully. And this time around, they are actually trying to be confident as well. And with the fact that their team name is SSSami and friends, there is no wonder that friends actually has the best understanding even in real world. And this is something I am actually gonna point out because they're actually having that coordination in their pocket as well. So I think they are just gonna be able to bring that confidence in their favor, and looks like confidence is gonna be the strong factor after all. That hipster. Oh my god, I know the name or something, but never mind. Harif is gonna pick up a 3K right there. It's all up to Ronin with a sheriff in hand, but the sheriff is gonna have to he's gonna have to abandon the town tonight as the outlaws are on the break loose, and this is gonna be around in favor for the side of SSSami and friends. 6-11 is gonna be the scoreline, and what an execution, what a play from the side of SSSami and friends, and undoubtedly they have a pretty solid coordination.
I think LRX White did try to play a bit passive in those last few rounds, and they did lose those, giving away picks to SSSami and friends there. We did see Fat Hipster with a 3K. I think if the play was a lot more coordinated and aggressive, maybe SSSami would have a much harder time to actually deny the entry. But right now we are seeing a full buy coming in from both sides. Rifle in the hands of all the players. I think Ronin's gonna go for a Killjoy ult right now, and he does. The attacker Killjoy utility is being used. So does SSSami and Mr. Red are both gonna go for the rocket launchers from Raze, but they're not gonna find anything, either of them. The entry is being done. The bomb plan need to go down, though no frags yet either. As the bomb plan going down from the side of LRX, and Adu going for the frag to be more specific. And still no more frags, but finally the frags are coming in.
Oh my god!
With 3 kills, he's gonna switch to the pistol, gets him. Oh my god, and even going for a teabag. SSSami unstoppable right now. He absolutely mowed down the players outside that U-Haul. And getting the final kill with the pistol. That's the icing on the cake right there.
Oh my god, that was nasty. SSSami got a perfect lineup on the 3 players on U-Haul. It was like they're just attending an assembly, and it just felt like nothing. Or should I say, a house of cards. Well, it is gonna be a match point for the side of SSSami and friends, and to be honest, the previous round was a do or die situation for the side of LRX White. They are gonna be going for a full buy here, but do note, this is actually gonna be fatal because as they did not win the previous round, they are actually allowing their opponents to go for match point, which is gonna be very fatal. So I believe they will have to be very aggressive now because this is the last shot they are gonna get. If they're not getting the rounds they're looking for, this is gonna be the last round of the round of the map, because after that SSSami and friends is gonna take the victory of this map. Not to mention, this is a map selected by this team. So from the side of LRX, I may have some expectations from them on the map of Ascent, but you know, when we said that we may expect the team who won the first map who can also take the second map, so this is something which is actually gonna be doubted here, but still, let's see how it's gonna be. SSSami is gonna take a kill onto 2 USP. There is the audio strike coming in, and there is the ultimate coming from the side of SSSami, and it's gonna blow away the counterpart. Oh my god! It's gonna become a 4K! And that is how we're gonna be seeing SSSami and friends taking map number 1. Oh my. SSSami was not done after the previous round. He's gonna show some more action on this round. And that is how they're gonna clean the things off 13-6, as the retake is gonna be more than successful. As the map is gonna come to an end. My oh my, a very heated map, no wonder in that.
I mean, I expected the team of SSSami and friends to, play a little bit more passive after, the aggressive utility usage from LRX to entry into the side of B there. Edge putting the ultimate right smack down in the middle of the site, open to everyone, and all the gunfights going in. I thought SSSami, okay, let's take a chill pill, back down. We're gonna play the retake there, but no, they were going in. We see him taking a 4K there, and he was absolutely going crazy in those last few rounds, and that really opened up for his team to go into the side, get some key frags alongside SSSami, absolutely destroying the side of LRX. So it was a map pick for SSSami. I'm not surprised they won that, but next map we're going into Ascent. The pick from LRX Boy, they will be starting off this thing with the attacking half in the first half of the match. So we can expect a different result in that map, hopefully. But I mean, Ascent is a pretty common map in Valorant. I expect almost all the teams participating to actually have more strengths than weaknesses in that map. So it's going to be a really tough fight for LRX to come back from this, to take the second map, to keep themselves in this upper bracket finals. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a short break as we are preparing for the second map. Stay with us and we will be back in a short while.
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত, এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ দুটি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের দুটি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড প্রস্তুত করুন এবং সিরিজটি শুরু হওয়ার জন্য প্রস্তুত থাকুন। গুড লাক এজেন্টস।
Every young gamer wants to become an esports professional. We make it happen. You just keep on winning.
স্বাগতম। বাংলাদেশের জন্য ESPL Valorant PowerUp সিরিজ ফরম্যাটে আপনাকে জানাই স্বাগতম। এই সিরিজটি রায়ট গেমস দক্ষিণ এশিয়া সমর্থিত একটি উদ্যোগ, যা বাংলাদেশের ভেতরে অপেশাদার গেমারদের প্রতিভা বজায় রাখতে এবং বৃদ্ধি করতে সহায়তা করবে। এর সুবিধার্থে পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজটিতে প্রতি মাসে 2টি প্রাইজ পুল সহ 2টি টুর্নামেন্ট থাকবে। প্রতিটি মাস শুরু হবে একটি বাছাই পর্বের সাথে, যেখানে সবগুলি দল সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষ 8টি দল পর্যন্ত এবং এই 8টি দল অ্যামেচার কাপে উত্তীর্ণ হবে। এই 8টি দল ডাবল এলিমিনেশনে লড়াই করবে এবং বিজয়ী শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল আমন্ত্রিত হবে ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে প্রতিযোগিতা করবে শীর্ষস্থানীয় 3টি দল এবং আমন্ত্রিত 3টি দল। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের সময় অপেশাদার কাপ এবং ইনভিটেশনাল কাপের শীর্ষ 2টি দল উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে এবং তৃতীয় স্থানের দলগুলি একই পর্বের নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটে খেলবে। প্রথম রাউন্ডের প্রতিটি ম্যাচ হবে সিঙ্গল এলিমিনেশন ফরম্যাটে। উচ্চ ব্র্যাকেটের 2টি বিজয়ী দল তারপর ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্যায়ে এগিয়ে যাবে। ডাবল এলিমিনেশন পর্বে হেরে যাওয়া দলটি তখন নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের দলের বিপক্ষে প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতা করবে। এই পর্যায়ে নিম্ন ব্র্যাকেটের যে দলটি হারবে তাদেরকে তৃতীয় স্থান হিসেবে শিরোনাম দেওয়া। ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে অংশ নেওয়া সমস্ত 6টি দল পরের মাসের অপেশাদার কাপে আবার প্রতিযোগিতা করে বেরিয়ে আসতে হবে, যার উদ্দেশ্য নতুন এবং উন্নত দলগুলিকে অপেশাদার কাপে প্রতিযোগিতার সুযোগ দেওয়া। এর দ্বারা ইনভিটেশনাল কাপে আরও অভিজ্ঞ দলের সাথে তাদের দক্ষতা পরীক্ষার চক্রটি পুনরাবৃত্তি করা হচ্ছে। আমরা অর্থাৎ ESPL কিভাবে বাংলাদেশের দলগুলি পাওয়ার আপ সিরিজে পারফর্ম করে তা দেখার অপেক্ষায় রয়েছি। আপনার স্কোয়াড।
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be back with the second map of the day, which is gonna be Ascent, selected by LRX White. And on that specific map, in case you have not kept up, SSSami and friends will be defending. And in case you guys have not kept up with the first stream, do know the first map was won by SSSami and friends with a scoreline of 13-6. LRX Wise did try their best, but eventually their confidence was actually slightly lackluster, and that was actually their downfall. But I really expect from the side of LRX Wise, they're gonna be able to fight on their own home ground, which is gonna be Aston. So we're really gonna be excited to see what the match has to offer. But about the offering, I'm gonna throw the mic to my buddy Kirito.
Thank you, Cresto. We are going to be going to this second map, seeing LRX White on the attacking side now, because we did know that they play really aggressively, especially in the attacking half in the first map there. But the attack was stammered partially because when SSSami himself got some space, he got those 3Ks and 2Ks there that absolutely destroyed any kind of momentum that the team had going into that round. And the next round, they were probably forced into an eco or had lower morale to go with. But now that since they're on the attacking side for the first half, they can come up with aggressive plays. They can set the standard for the match and going to the second half with hopefully a lead in the score. Knowing how aggressive they play, I wouldn't be surprised if they take the first pistol round. You know, usually the pistol rounds are more aggressive and more fast-paced than the gun rounds and the rifle rounds. But we will be seeing some default picks coming in. So let's see how this thing goes down. We do see SSSami going with a jet now this time. Finally, we're going to see some jet plays come in. There is slight verticality in the map of Ascent, so we can see some awkward or off angles coming in from him. We'll see Fatheads just sticking with a Phoenix.
Choose your
and
agent.
Fraggy is gonna go for a raise. We're gonna see a triple duelist play coming in from SSSami and friends. That's gonna be really interesting. I think Mr. Red is gonna go for the raise, yeah. And the usual picks coming in from both sides, a couple of sentinels, smokers, and duelists. The only different thing I'm seeing right now is from SSSami and friends. They're going triple duelists, and not sure if that is the call, to the right call to make. But hopefully they have a proper strategy set up in place. I mean, they are playing for fun, but let's see what they come up with. Especially being in the defensive half, I'm not sure if the triple duelist is going to be most effective. They're going to have to play the attacking side really well to make that sort of make that equalizer there. So, Cresto, how do you think the first pistol round is going to go down with this interesting lineup of agents that we have?
Well, from the side of SSSami and friends, we did see them playing so goddamn aggressive on the map of Bind. So I'm really not going to be surprised if they do the same on this map as well, because I can see that these guys are actually putting so much bold pressures, and they're really good players undoubtedly, and they're actually going for fast-paced action. So basically it feels like Call of Duty at times, but still it's not. But I'm really not gonna be surprised if I see some Call of Duty fashion plays from the side of SSSami and friends, because they have mastered the game. They are able to keep up with the pace, and they are really good with that. So presumably that's gonna be the case, but for now we're gonna be seeing Ayaman going for the wall onto A main. So that is actually a wall we don't see, but that's actually a good wall, which is gonna provide the safety they were looking for, which is also gonna allow the attackers to secure the orb. But for now, we're gonna be seeing so much aggression being put onto A main. Iman's gonna take some damage. He's gonna take some more damage, but this time around, he's not gonna be able to heal himself as there is the recharge from the side of Sage. Mr. Red is gonna spot out Fragu, but Fragu is gonna spot him out as well, as Fragu is gonna send out the boom bot to get the Fragu and to get the frag on him. But looks like he's gonna be safe for now. Mr. Red is gonna nearly evade the boom bot, but he's low on HP. That is gonna be a problem. He does have the drift to escape the vicinity, but that is gonna be still a judgment call to make. Duke is gonna evade these recon both successfully, and there is a flame wall coming in. Duke is not gonna have too much about that, as he's gonna find a kill. Adu, however, is gonna get the refrag, and now that's gonna allow the attackers to take control of the objective. Consider that they have low HP. As even with the side of having low HP, they're gonna get the kills. Red and Edge is gonna find 2 kills onto Iman and Frag. SSSami is gonna go for the flank, but now the spike has gone down. The flank is not gonna be successful. There is the Phoenix who will rendezvous with him, but now Mr. Red is gonna be going for the mid control, which is obviously gonna spot out these Phoenix whenever they're trying to move. And looks like Mr. Red has the information. Yes, he does. This half-head hipster is gonna fall. And it's all up to the all-star player SSSami. Is he gonna be able to make a miracle happen? That's gonna be the billion-dollar question. We know you guys wanna see it, and now Mr. SSSami is gonna look towards the side of Catwalk, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do much with a ghost in hand. He can try to get the kills though because the players are low on HP, but he cannot be able. He can't quite find the shot. It's a potato fest, but still he's gonna find one. He's gonna find 2. Oh my god! But not the 4 because the spike has gone to a point of no return. But he's just gonna give away his life because he wants the extra creds. When he die, you know, the extra kids when you die, and that's something he will be able to secure, and he will get the kill even after the potato fest. Still, it's a very solid start from the side of LRX White. But do note, ladies and gentlemen, the pistol round can be used as an experiment that how your opponent is going to be playing. So if that is a plan from the side of SSSami and friends, I'm not going to be surprised because the second round is going to be around the corner while SSSami and friends goes for the hard eco round.
Yeah, the eco round is definitely going to affect them quite a bit in this round because full buys are coming in from LRX, all Spectres and full armor, and they're going to use that gun advantage, absolutely rushing into side, marching in, not letting anything stop them. Mr. Red aggressively pushing towards his market position. There are 3 players there. If he pushes to the smoke right now, he can get a bunch of frags, but the door will go down. He's playing it sort of passive and aggressive right now. There are players like Fragger and Patip. There's a flash coming in there, but they're not going to spot him. This is huge. He gets a frag there on the Fraggy, but Yushki getting a 2K and Ronin finishing things off. What a fast execution and a flawless round coming in from LRX White. They win that with ease.
Well, it was absolutely a bloodbath from the side of SSSami and friends, as they did not see or know the location of the jet. They just got committed and they actually fell so quickly. That was unfortunate, but still that was an eco round, so that's a damage they can take. And following that damage, they're gonna be going for the full buy round, and obviously they're really not gonna be very forgiving when it comes to going for the full buy rounds because they want to get the kills. Now they're not gonna allow their opponents to take away their lead. Well, they're not having the lead at the moment, but do know LRX did lose 1 map, so they will have to take the victory. But looks like from the side of SSSami and friends, they're actually having a lot of it because they're actually gonna be going for the kills, and they are gonna secure 2 kills. Yuski is gonna be low on HP, and he's gonna be forced to take the revive. He's gonna be forced to take the knee, and he is gonna be able to recover some of his HP. And now, being 4v3, this is gonna be slightly hard for the side of LRX, not to mention the smoke on the face of LRX as the sky smokes come down one by one. Sorry?
Patip is flanking.
Okay, where is Fatipster? Question mark. Oh yeah. Well, he's actually still having a mood swing because he is opting to go for the flank, but there's also the Phoenix who's watching the flank. So that is actually a very big mood swing because if for there, you have to deal with Yushki first, and looks like Yushki is gonna make the decision that he is not gonna be going for that, and SSSami is gonna go for the angle. He is just gonna go for the peak. He is crouching, but as I mentioned, the Brimstone is pretty calm here because he is gonna find the kill, and oh my god!
True, that's.
I mean, well, 3 kills to the smoke, 2 for Duke, 1 for SSSami. They didn't need the information. They just sprayed through that, and they had the information. With the leap of faith, they're gonna be able to find the kills. And what a round for the side of SSSami and friends. 1-2 in favor of, still in favor of LRX White, but okay, well, I'm not gonna call it luck because their coordination was on point and they started to spray all together. And at that time, the remaining 3 attackers had to accept a fate that am I gonna die to the jet or am I gonna die to the Brimstone? So in the end, the jet is gonna find one and the Brimstone's gonna find sorry, the Jet is gonna find one, and the Brimstone's gonna find two, but that is gonna take us to the fourth round of the game, while we're gonna be seeing LRX Red going for the ultimate, while he also wields an SMG. So that's actually okay, but he could have saved that gun, because if he gets a kill with that, he can potentially recover a gun as well. But still, that's not a decision I would make. Either way, we're gonna be seeing Mr. Red, who Mr. Red is gonna be the first casualty. So now, I really wonder if that decision was a very worthwhile one. Well, Duke is gonna find the kill here, but it is not gonna be an A B execution, because we see from the side of LRX, they're actually opting to go for A, and they're gonna take the entry as well. Yuski is gonna go for heaven, and he's gonna spot out the player. But oh my god, the mixture! Look at that, the slow mode, and there is obviously the orbital strike. And that's gonna put Yuski in a 1v4. He's gonna find 1v4, yes, but he's gonna find one, but nothing else. He's gonna be shut down by Duke, while Duke is gonna pour some salt on his dead body, put some teabag, and 2-2 is gonna be the scoreline in favor of Mon.
Well, the ultimate coming in from Duke and the ISOR from Iman, that was really well played, and that did some pretty severe damage to the players, and Fat Hipster just came in and cleaned everything off. And especially what you're talking about there, Chris. So Mr. Red pulling the ult with SMG in hand. I'm not sure if that was the best choice. I mean, I would prefer it to being used in an eco with maybe a FriendZ or a Ghost or Sheriff in hand.
Indeed.
As a secondary, but he did go for it there. So regardless, the past is in the past. Now they're going to have to go for it. Sort of a mixed up buy there. We see 3 SMGs and a couple of rifles. But oh, look at this early frag from SSSami and Fragu. But they are spotted by the Omen Edge, and he's gonna have to sort of stay in cover. Information is there, the flanks are coming in, but the flanks have rotated to the side of Market right now. They're gonna focus on the main entrance, but the bulk of the players of LRX White are a good defensive setup here from the side of LRX. But Edge, he's lurking in from Market over. He can find a frag onto the duelist himself, SSSami, as he walks into this smoke. He sees him and gets a spray down, picks up a Phantom with only 6 bullets left, but the entry is very easily done from the side of LRX White. Another players will retain, but Duke getting a frag on Mr. Red, Edge getting a trade, and a third frag onto Duke. It's a 2v4 right now, because the bomb pen goes down. Edge still playing really aggressive in this B area. Right above him is Fat Hipster, and on his left through the smoke is Iman. And oh, he's gonna get taken care of by Fat Hipster from Market as they try to gain some more ground on this retake to finally get the lead. 2-2 the score. They need to take this lead on the first gun round. A third will be spotting off the players there. Flashes coming in, recons coming in as they try to find the first back, and the third.
Oh my god!
How did they win that?
Unbelievable!
That was a really good postman scenario there from the side of LRX. The flashes and the recons were really good, but how does Fat Hipster just walk in and get 2 kills?
Unbelievable that LRX had every odd in their favor, and that strategy collapses into pieces. I mean, when I saw SSSami getting killed by the Omen, I was 100% sure SSSami had a pretty big jump scare on that. But aside everything, how does a 4v2 retake situation when it's in favor of the attackers fall into pieces? That is something we usually don't see. Yeah, that's actually gonna be a question.
Yeah, we won't force LRX into a pretty severe eco right now. A sort of a half buy. Against, because we do see a couple of Spectres in play. They're really aggressing on this mid right now, and they want to diversify the strategies because direct aggression isn't working for them right now. SSSami and friends have the perfect counter, but Duke gets a frag onto Mr. Red while he was putting up the smokes. And right now it's a 4v5. There are 2 ultimates in play for both sides right now. Fat Hipster can use a run it back as he flashes himself into catwalk. Oh, it is Adu who misses the shot on him with the Deagle, but Iman and Fat Hipster gets the kills in there. It's all onto Adu with 20 HP and a Sheriff. There is his son. He sees the gun barrel. He's just playing with his food at this point.
Well, undoubtedly from the side of SSSami and friends, they're actually playing with their food, and they're gonna find a flawless round. And well, okay, that round was a pretty fast executed round, if you ask me. Well, it was an eco round from the side of LRX, so they can take the damage. But if they're allowing their opponent to capitalize on their damage, this is really going to be fatal for them. And I believe they're going to be live up to that. So they are going for the full buy round here. So let's see if they can find the frags they're looking for. So this is obviously gonna be a B stack, but for the side of LRX, still have to be a bit more, careful, because even if they are getting the information, this may not be the round they're looking for, and looks like it's gonna be the same case once again, because FragU is gonna find a very easy frag onto Mr. Red, and that is gonna be very hard for them to recover with. Not to mention that LRX, sorry, excuse me right there, SSSami and FriendZ can bring the round back in any given ways. So that being said, we're actually gonna see that from the side of LRXY, they're not able to get any frags there, but they're actually opting to go for a rotation. But I guess they're actually gonna go for A as well. But this is actually gonna be a very split push at this situation. Well, with 1 minute left, they can do a lot of work here, but I think they're actually having a mood swing here because they're not actually focusing on a specific objective. Duke is gonna get spotted out, and I believe the Sova is gonna go for the peak, but the Sova is gonna be the casualty here, but the refrag is gonna come from the side of Yuski. Now, pushing from here is gonna be fatal. From the side of the remaining attackers though, we're actually seeing them going from the side of mid, so that can be a boogeyman play right there, but they're gonna get spotted eventually, as the Killjoy is gonna be having so much problem here. But in the end, Yuski is gonna be there to cover him. But SSSami, the elephant of the room, is gonna be holding on to him, and he's gonna hear the sound from the side of Edge. And now he's holding the operator. Is he gonna be able to find a kill onto Ronin? But he's gonna look up the wrong direction. Oh, he's gonna miss the shot, but no worries. He's not gonna miss the shot with the ultimate. There's a Blade Storm coming in, and the plan has gone down successfully. SSSami is low on HP, but he can still do a lot of damage. There is the mollies coming in, and SSSami will have to go to the wall, but there is FragU who's gonna deploy the rocket fuse, but he's not gonna find the kill. But SSSami will not miss his blades, and that is how we're gonna be seeing Team SSSami and FriendZ keeping themselves on the top 4-2 in favor of them.
Yeah,
5-2, sorry.
Really wished that LRX might have gotten the refag quick there onto SSSami with the operator, because he missed that shot there, and that was the best chance they had to take him down. I mean, he did immediately go for the Blade Storm, but I mean, Heaven is such such a common position. I expected them to at least have one player looking at it, but SSSami missed the shot, but the blades came in quick, and LRX, they were too slow to react to that, and that really put a detriment on their hold onto the side, hold onto the bomb. They did manage to put the bomb down, so that's going to give them some money going into this round, and they're going to have to go for a force by all rifles in their hands. SSSami is still sticking with that operator, playing in mid, trying to find a pick, but so far he's not going to see anything, as most of the players from LRX White are trying to push in this B main to the garage, which is, I'm not sure if it's the best idea, because that is a choke point there. A lot of utility can be put down there to do some significant damage onto you. Especially we did see the blind fire coming in from SSSami and FriendZ. We're gonna see Yuski coming in with a run it back, putting his knife out. He's gonna get a frag onto Duke, frag you with the trade onto Adu with the boom, but and he finds SSSami, he doesn't, but he did spot him out in market. SSSami is gonna gain some more ground. We see Edge playing in the logs position there, FragU. Oh, interesting play. Satchel's up there onto this off angle. Mr. Red is there in B main. I'm not sure if he's spotted. One tap onto Edge. That could have been so much dangerous for the side of SSSami, and Spatitzer gets the frag onto Mr. Red. Another push coming in, force a retake. Spatitzer gets one more drone, and the only one left is Yuski. It's a 1v3 for him. Actually trying to heal up, and FragU gets his 3k and gets the final frag for the bomb defusal. What a play by him, FragU. Really creative race plays, I must say. And we're gonna see the score going 6-2 in favor of SSSami.
SSSami and FriendZ is really shaking up the competition, and they're really making LRXY doubt their strategies at the moment. Because for the time being, LRXY did win the 2 pistol rounds, or should I say the first pistol round and the anti-eco round. But aside that, every single buy round has went in favor of SSSami and FriendZ, and that is gonna be a pretty big downside because they have lost 4 rounds in a row. And they are opting to go for another eco, but do note, ladies and gentlemen, they have lost 6 rounds in consecutive order. So they're not actually having any more lose bonuses, and that is gonna be fatal for them. So they will have to keep that in mind, and looks like they are keeping that in mind, as Adu is gonna find a very clean headshot onto Hipster. And I believe that's not going to be that effective because Ayman is going to be the medic here, as he is going to be going for the revival. Look at that! FragU is going to find 3k out of the blue, and he's going to be looking for more. He's going to find the fort, not the fort. Actually, SSSami is going to find that. And there is the Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay, nobody's gonna do that. Ayman is gonna wallbang him to put him out of his misery, and there's the XGs instead. Well, it was funny to say the least, but in the end, that was a very fast execution from the side of SSSami and friends. LRX's strategy is really collapsing. That's actually a heartbreaking performance from their end, but a nice try by LRX. 7-2 is gonna be the scoreline, and SSSami is gonna put themselves on a pretty solid position. Well, as at least they're gonna excuse me right there, make sure that they're gonna have the lead after halftime. And you know, before the match started, we actually had a doubt if we are gonna be having the team who wins the first map, he's also gonna take the second map. You know, I think this is actually gonna be happening.
It's very much possible right now, seeing how well SSSami are playing to the point where they are going for knives. I'm not sure if that is the most sportsmanlike play to go for, but I mean, they are having fun, they're trying to have a good time, and so far they're successful in that. Not for Fragu though, in this initial state of the this 9th round coming in. He will be taken out by Mr. Red as the Paranoia is coming in. They're trying to execute this A side coming in from the garden position, also from the main area, but Faritzer with a well-placed flash gets one, gets two, but Mr. Red finally there with a trade 3v3 advantage in their side. But we do see a couple of ultimates are available for LRX White. Quite an eventful round going in as the bomb plant does go down. Edge trying to smoke off the 7th position. But SSSami creeping in with the operator, but Mr. Red just peeks and gets the headshot. He's on a 3K right now, possible ace, but Edge gets a faggot diamond, not before getting traded out with Duke. Duke trying to get down Heaven, but a player is in hell. Ronin. Good setup here from the side of LRX White. Duke is tempted to go towards the side of Tree down the garden stairs, but he's gonna go back to Heaven, trying to get a frag onto Mr. Red. Reloads in the open, and Mr. Red gets an easy headshot onto him. It's a 4K in this round, and they're gonna finally take the win. Are they gonna pick the operator? They are.
Well, finally we're gonna see some glimpse of light from the side of LRX, or should I say light of hope, as they are gonna bring around in their favor after so long. So that's actually a pace they needed for so long, but in the end, I believe they're gonna be able to live with that, because if they're not, SSSami and friends are gonna just go for their rise once again. Yes, their momentum has been stumbled, but I don't think they're gonna be stopping. So that they will have to capitalize on their current victory now. So I believe from the side of LRX, they can make it happen. We didn't see that. Don't worry, Fraggy. We did not see that. I mean, we did, but we're just gonna ignore that. Yes, indeed. But either way, this is actually gonna be a waste of utility from the side of SSSami and friends, because none of the utilities are gonna be coming in favor of them. Adu is gonna toss out the owl drone to spot out SSSami. He is right around the corner, but I think it just ran out of fuel. So that's actually sad. So the information is not gonna be there. Duke is gonna be playing very sneaky here. A very common angle, but it's awkwardly successful as well. But looks like he's gonna find one, but not the second. Ronin is gonna take the refrag, so that's pretty good so far. But they'll have to select an objective now, because the Sage is the only player inside of A now, and looks like this is gonna be a B execution. SSSami is not gonna be afraid of the Killjoy ultimate, because he wants to get the kills either way. And SSSami being in the right middle of the circle, he may have a lot of problems yet. And looks like he will have a problem, but he's not gonna have a problem with the ultimate, but from the bullets. But either way, we're gonna see the players of LRXY taking the entry, and they are gonna go for the plan. It's a 3v2 situation in favor of the defenders. So the retake is gonna be fairly easy for the defenders considering the manpower, but they will have to hold on to that. There is the alarm board being deployed, but it's gonna get destroyed instantly. And now everybody knows exactly where the attackers are, because they are hiding in the boat house, and they're gonna fall at the same time. Ayman Fragu is gonna get the frags, and they're gonna go for the defuse as they have a lot of time to do so. 8-3 is gonna be the scoreline, and SSSami and friends is really putting a show here, and they are really dominating the match, undoubtedly.
Last round in the half.
Yeah, definitely, and they're gonna be forcing LRX White onto a sort of force buy right now. I'm not sure if they can afford rifles, or if they
This
do.
is the last one for the swap, by the way, so they will have to.
Yeah, they're gonna have to force for the rifles. That's why I said they have to force buy right now. But not all of them can go for the armor or the rifles at the same time. So we're gonna be seeing quite a messed up buy coming in from them. We see Adu with a Sheriff. Mr. Red gonna go with the classic. I think he's gonna use the Blade Storms in this last round, and other than a couple of rifles and a Spectre coming in play, as we see a really aggressive Mr. Red pushing towards A main, but the wall from Ayman, this is so good. But Ayman playing the off angle, he gets an easy frag on Mr. Red. Mr. Red doesn't clear the right the correct side. I mean, the angling of the wall would suggest that he is on the right, but Iman played that really smart, placing himself on the left as though he's gonna spam to the smoke, not finding anything. I mean, they open up the wall themselves. Not sure if this is the best call, but we see a flank coming in over there from the side. SSSami and friends frag you, and then
Strike down
My.
what is that movement coming in from him? But oh no! Frag you, the flank.
That is disgusting to say the least. SSSami
Switching
and friends will
sides.
not show any mercy to LRXY. They're gonna go for a very fast flank, and I guess from the side of SSSami and friends, they're actually relying on Mischief, and if they are doing so, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, Mischief has been the best friend for SSSami and friends for the time being. Oh my god, that breaks my heart as well, Kirito. Trust me. That the way.
To see it.
But for now, the game is not over yet. 9-3 is a very one-sided split, if you ask me. But this is still doable for the side of LRXY. They can still bring it back because they can win 6 rounds in a row, which is obviously going to be hard to say the least.
Especially in the defensive half.
Yeah, that's there, but they can go for that. Let's see if they can make it happen. For now, let's focus on the second pistol round of the game. We are going to be seeing SSSami going for the frenzy here. He's going to get tagged, and he's just actually going to commit to it. I guess he was trying to be a bait or something, and I believe that's actually the case because Edge is actually the person who took some damage back there from the side of Garden. Duke is going to be the smoke criminal here, but he is going to be going for the side of Garden most likely. Adu's going to be spraying to the smoke just in case if he can find some shots and some kills as well. But none of the players are gonna fall yet. Yuski is also. By the way, I'm just gonna call it YC because it's actually, you know, I don't know, but I'm just gonna let it be. So YC is gonna be holding on to that, but still he. Oh, okay. Was he flashed? Question mark? I think he was because I saw him.
No edge.
Yeah, I think it was from his own teammate, but in the end, there is
Spike
2 kills
down
from the
mid.
side of LRX, and Adu and YC will find the kills they're looking for, but looks like they will have to find more. Edge is gonna find one on. Sorry, Fragio is gonna find one onto Edge right there, and YC is gonna. He's not gonna stop there. He's gonna find a second one. I think he's gonna look for more. Considering he has full HP, he can dare to do so. Fragio is low on HP, and that is gonna be a threat for him. And yes, that is gonna be a threat.
Spike down
As I
mid.
mentioned, YC is gonna shut him down, and YC is gonna spot the last player as well. But he's gonna be taken out by his counterpart. Fat Hipster is gonna find one, but not the second. Adu's gonna shut him down, and that's how we're gonna be seeing LRX winning the second pistol round as well. But they will have to bring it back as fast as they can because otherwise their opponents are gonna crack the double digits. But considering team SSSami and friends are gonna be going for an eco here, I believe LRX can take this one, which is gonna make it a bit more delayed, but they'll have to hold on and they will have to wait and they will have to win the full buy round from the side of SSSami and friends.
Yeah, despite winning that first pistol round, the pressure is still on LRX wide. Ascent, you know, it's a good round. It's a good map for defenders. But oh, before I get to say anything, Mr. Red with the frag on a Fat Hipster. They're trying to aggress on this A main. The defenders, not the attackers.
Spike
Mr.
down
Red,
A.
game sense. He sees the body of Duke and realizes he's going back in there, so he spams the smoke, gets a shot onto him. But the rest of the players are there. Iron gets a trade onto Yushki, but Mr. Red, a triple kill. But finally, SSSami shuts him down. 2v3, still winnable considering the duelists are still alive for this team, SSSami and friends. And LRX are playing it relatively safe. No flanks coming in as we see Edge trying to break the door. Fragu trying to spam on the Killjoy there in heaven, but not finding anything yet. As Ronin tries to put down the turret.
Okay, pretty accurate.
They have enough time for a rotation. And I think they're slowly realizing that, okay, they can rotate. All 3 players are here. All utilities have been used on this site. But still, they're committing to this A side. I think they're trying to fake out a rotation, making no signs, making no noise. Sami's gonna make some noise. So I think that noise
30
will
seconds
indicate
left.
that a rotation is being done. But so far, the players Edge and Adu are holding strong along with the turret. And the turret is gonna give away the information that Adu can peek and get the frag onto Fragu, and SSSami is gonna get taken out by Edge, and a pretty good post-time scenario coming in from LRX, gonna take those 2 first rounds and slowly closing in the gap, having some momentum in their favor.
Indeed, and I wonder why SSSami did not recover a gun, because they were on their eco round. They could have secured a gun from their opponent to take a fight, but I guess he just not did that. He was like, you know, this is still an eco round. We can actually go for that, and because we can buy on the buy round, so we just went to do so, and they did. And as they are pretty excited, as I can see, they're actually gonna forget the spike in the base. So once again, we're gonna be seeing the wait, they're actually not gonna pick up the spike. So I think they're actually going for the frags instead, because this is a full buy from the side of team SSSami
no,
and
they're
friends.
gonna take a spike though, man. I think
This is actually genuinely confusing, because they're just ignoring that for some time. But in the end, they're gonna go for that. And it's gonna be a very well placed headshot onto his counterpart. And there's a refresh coming in as well. Edge is gonna find a 2K, but he's gonna be traded off by Fat Hipster. But they will have to hold on to this manpower as well, because they do have the guns. But I believe from the side of LRX, they have invested too much on this round, because I remember I saw an operator, I'm seeing an Odin, but none of them are actually being useful for the time being, aside for Edge's SMG. Well, actually, the only person who got 2 kills back there. And now I don't know if Ronin is gonna be able to do much. He can try to go for the operator. So he's looking for the operator, and he's gonna find that the iron operator is gonna be in his hands, and now he's gonna be running for it. And that is gonna be a confirmation from the side of Team SSSami and friends, as SSSami is actually expecting him to be nearby, because the chart has gone offline, because it's actually sleeping. So, well, we're just gonna let the turret sleep, but we're gonna be hunting down the Killjoy, because he's trying to save something. So the Killjoy is gonna be in a pickle, because he is trying to be a boogeyman, and he's gonna miss the first shot, and he's gonna fall. And that is gonna be an operator, which is gonna be ignored or taken. Actually, it's not gonna be. It's actually gonna be ignored by SSSami and friends. Well, it's actually on the bright side of life for LRX, because it's not gonna be used against their odds now. But still, that's a 5,000 cred gun. Just gone. Just gone.
Yeah, it is gone right now, and I'm not sure if that force buy was the correct answer LRX were looking for. They slowly needed to build up their economy so they find some momentum against a strong team like SSSami, but forcing up there wasn't the right call. And they're definitely forced into an eco right now, but an aggressive play in A main. 3 players are rushing in. We do see Duke and Fat Hipster holding though, but they're not gonna check the right angle. Duke's gonna find a first frag. Fat Hipster with a second. Mr. Red and Yuski Chushki are down. Good flash from Fat Hipster. Off angle as they push in, and SSSami and Fraggy on the other side get 2 of their own. What? That aggression worked completely against LRX. They're 11-5 to score. SSSami that much closer to the match point, and that much closer to taking this best of 3 matchup coming in, going to the grand finals. Let's see how they do play this.
Indeed. Well, yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. So, considering LRX is actually 1 round away from allowing their opponents to hit match point, they will have to shoot through everything they can, and I think they are actually opting to do so, because we're gonna be seeing another operator in the hands of Mr. Red. But I don't see any population here, so he's not gonna be finding any kills for the timing. There is the running back from the side of the Phoenix. So let's see which is the better Phoenix. For now, Yuski Chuski is the better Phoenix, but he is gonna evade that because he was on the running back. Fraggy is gonna take so many damage, but still YC is gonna pick up a double kill right there, and suddenly it's all up to Mr. Red, and Mr. Red is gonna be able to find 1, but he will have to find 2 more kills. Not to mention the remaining player, both of the remaining players has ultimate to work with. And speaking of ultimates, the Phoenix is gonna be back into action, and he's gonna be eliminated. Oh no! That is such a bad timing, ladies and gentlemen. But it doesn't matter. There is the showstopper to the face of Mr. Red, and that is gonna be putting Team excuse me right there, SSSami and friends on match point. Well, I guess the third map is not necessary after all. Or are we gonna see a miracle from the side of LRX White, as they're gonna be pushing it to overtime from the side of their defensive rounds? Well, I do believe in miracles, you know me, but so let's see if it's gonna be happening or not. If not, unfortunately, LRX is gonna fall to the losers bracket.
If it is a miracle, it's gonna be the biggest miracle they need, because right now they are not even in the best state of economy-wise. There are force buying on rifles and SMGs, and Odin coming in from Adu. I'm not sure why. I don't think that. Oh, okay, I'm again the first frag of Mr. Red, but the Odin coming in, I'm not sure if that is the right call. go for SSSami with a second kill onto Adu with the ultimate. Ronin trade onto Ayman there, but Fraggy in a really aggressive position. But in the smoke is Edge. He's completely gone unnoticed right now, and he can get an easy kill if he peeks when the smoke is dissipating. But Duke on the other side gets a frag onto Ronin. This is potentially the last round in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. We might see SSSami and friends go into the grand final, sending LRX to the lower brackets. It's all into Yushki Chushki and Edge as they rendezvous in this market area. SSSami aggressing, misses one blade, but Yushki Chushki there to
planted.
get the equalizer.
Last
An equalizer,
player
2v3 there, and the ultimate coming in. Fraglu gets one in the second.
Attackers
And there we go,
win.
ladies and gentlemen. We are done with this matchup. SSSami and friends win this best of 3 game with a score of 2-0. And in a really dominating style, I have to say. They're going to the grand finals. They're sort of sending a message that it might seem like we're here for fun, but our definition of fun is quite different than usual, I must say.
Absolutely, and it was a very dominant fashion victory from the side of SSSami and friends. And yeah, they are actually having fun, but looks like they're actually born butchers as they are actually enjoying to kill their opponent mercilessly. And we actually witnessed that in front of our eyes in 2 previous maps of Bind and Assen. LRXY tried their best to push it to the limits, but in the end, the understanding from the side of SSSami and friends is just too unmatched for the time being. Well, considering this is the first time we're seeing SSSami and friends, or should I say, most of the players on the grand finals of the upper brackets of ESPL Bangladesh Valorant PowerUp Series 4, well, it is some new faces, and yeah, they're actually showing that even underdogs can do so much. But do note, ladies and gentlemen, in no sense I'm gonna call SSSami and friends underdogs, because we have seen them play in previous tournaments as well, and they are trained and they are actually capable enough to take any fights any day. So I'm not going to be surprised, or should I say this is actually going to be a confirmation to them that they will make it to the invitationals of ESPL Bangladesh Valorant PowerUp Series 4. So I wonder, is this the team who can potentially dethrone Exili Esports? Because that is something I'm really looking forward to, because trust me, ladies and gentlemen, this is really not looking impossible, to say the least. So I'm really looking forward to it, but for now, it's really heartbreaking for LRXY as they fell to the losers bracket. But do note, ladies and gentlemen, their fight is not over yet. They are gonna be able to fight against the finalist, or should I say, we actually got one of our finalists tonight, which is SSSami and friends, once again, and they can take their revenge. But this is still gonna be slightly hard for them to make, because come on, there is obviously teams who are also looking forward for the grand finals, and they also wanna be in the invitationals. So that is gonna be a $1 billion question, that how will the grand finals and the invitationals go down. But for the time being, congratulations to Team SSSami and friends for their very dominant victory. And as you can actually see to the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, they have fragged it out. Undoubtedly, they just went for the frags. They have gone for the kills. They had some strategies obviously up on the sleeves, but still they opted to go for the aggression. Because if you go to the KD ratio of every player from the side of SSSami and friends, they have 1+ KD, while every single player from the side of LRXY has below 1, or should I say fractional. So that's heartbreaking, but still, I really expect both of the teams to come back to these VODs to learn from their mistakes, because we all say we all should know our debts by heart. But now, that's all for the day, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be calling it a day. Do stay tuned tomorrow for the losers bracket grand finals and the grand finals of ESPL Amateur Cup. But till then, we're going to be taking some break. You should take some break as well. Stay tuned with ESPL Bangladesh. Follow our social medias. Every single link is going to be found in the description below. But for now, we're going to be asking for a farewell. Take care. Stay tuned with us. We're going to be right back tomorrow. Adios and